a self-standing association. And our principles of aviation, of sustainability are absolutely strict by the United Nations book, which are, we've got to be able to make our living economic success. We've got to be able that people like us, we have to be socially acceptable, and we have to know our footprint. We have to manage our resources appropriately. Sustainability in aviation is something that for many, many years and decades, many people have effectively talked about, but it was always kind of viewed as, what is this? A joke or what? We have some common misconceptions. It's expensive. It's a fad of our times. It's something green. Let's look at all of this. There's too much that has to be said, but in the end, everybody says it's impossible for aviation to be sustainable. So IASA, very early on when we founded ourselves, which is now not quite a decade ago, we thought about, we need to make sustainability measurable. Because if you can't make it measurable, you can't discuss about it. If you can make it measurable, you can discuss about it. You can discuss about footprint. You can discuss about responsibilities. You can discuss about impact. And that is why we developed a certification system. Now, the certification system is a system for organizations and companies. It is not for products. It is not for projects. There are others out there, be it LEED, be it DGMB, be it BRAIN, that certify projects. Still others certify products. We think it is important to provide companies a guideline from where they are now, which means they are economically sustainable. Most likely they're hopefully socially sustainable, but on the footprint sustainability, maybe some have to work. Maybe on the socially, and maybe right now in our crisis situation on the economical. So we have developed a certification system which provides companies and organizations a path and a guideline to know themselves and to then learn themselves to become better and better in their sustainability setup overall. In this, there are key components. You can see this. All of these presentations will be on the IASA webpage also, but you can see there is certification, there is sustainable development goal matching and mapping, reporting, CO2 management, and the PORSIA system is now very important right now. Strategies and a continued education. IASA in this system offers various modules, and you can start and tick out any module you want. There is no, you have to start here point here. Let's just wait for the announcement. Okay. We suggest that you use our ICS certification as the entrance module, but you can start differently. We offer various seminars and workshops to educate in sustainability, on sustainability management, on sustainability strategies. We even offer a whole course to become CSR manager for aviation. Internally, for IASA members, we also offer the education to become an ICS auditor. So, because the auditors always have to be external to the audited. And so there's various things that we offer, but we effectively suggest to start with the certification. Now that is possibly something that comes as a surprise to you, because all of you know quality management and all of you know environmental management. And if you start with the certification, everybody will tell you you need about a year or two to set up all the handbooks and all the processes and everything so that you can then be audited and then can be certified. This is not what we do. This is also why we are not calling this a sustainability management system. We start in a different way. We understand that everybody starts from the now. And the now is important because from the now you want to become more sustainable. And we need to give you the starting point. And the starting point is our initial certification process, in which we give you an introduction and we give you a pretty elaborate questionnaire that you have to fill in, collecting all kinds of data from your company. And as long as you complete a minimum amount of points and don't have any absolute no-goes regarding sustainability. So I would accept that nobody here is employing slave labor or child labor. That would be a no-go. We then go through the answers you give and sit down with you, possibly prepare some initial SDG ratings, how good you're doing in certain parts. And then we are discussing with you what are your next steps. And we agree with you in a binding written format signed by the management what your next steps are for the next recertification in 3 years. And upon that, if you qualify with a minimum number in the questionnaire on the rating, and you agree to goals that you have developed with some feedback from us for your development, and you commit to them, you get your initial certification. But we expect those goals to be done by the next recertification. And for the second recertification, we have different goals. So it's not going to be like the quality management system you all know, that some of the goals you define there, because an auditor needs some goals of improvement, you drag with you for the last 2 decades, and they never develop. That will not happen with the system, because it is vital on the path to sustainability that we walk on that path and that we do not tread in place. So the initial certification is relatively easy. It's by far also probably cheaper than whatever you are used to from the colleagues of the management system side of things. But it gives you a kind of a road that guides you along your path. If I may use this as an allegory to climbing. A rope along a mountain path to help you to not slip up and fall. We do sustainability matching, but we have developed with a colleague what we call an SDG radar. But we don't go for all the 17 SDGs at the beginning. But with every certification, you need to look at maybe 5 or 6 or 7 of those. And then with the next certification, you might improve on those, or you might shift some or look at some others also. To give you an example, one of the first companies we certified was Allgäu Airport, just around the corner here in Memmingen, not quite an hour's drive from here. And we recertified Memmingen. And in the near future, we're talking to Memmingen about a second recertification. So this is not something that is completely new. It is not something that you should confuse with the management system technology and administration that you are already knowing. But it is something that is designed to provide a helpful instrument to every company along the path of becoming more and more sustainable. And your goals in sustainability will change. There will be periods when you want to focus on the footprint. There will be periods when you need to focus on the social side. And there will be periods when the focus must be more on the economic side. And that is why we've made this flexible. So that this is really a guideline that companies can use to provide themselves with a path into the future that does not forget any of the principal pillars. So with this, I think we can look forward to a sustainable aviation future, because we make it measurable and verifiable and create a bridge between aviation transportation and the societies and the political discussion, and define in that way our future. So, are you ready? If you're ready, our booth is just over there in the corner. If you go to B1, the first booth you run across here in the forum is ours. We're here the whole 4 days. Come to us and talk to us, or visit our webpage, or send us an email. With that, I thank you for your interest, and I hope to see you and many more over the next 4 days and have in-depth discussions with you. Thank you very much.